Madam Chancellor, I have the honor to request that you confer the degree of Bachelor of Accounting on the candidates whose names appear on the program.
Confer the degree.
Putuma Alungile. Sikweleti Sikona. Madam Chancellor, I have the honor to request you that you confer the degree of Bachelor of Commerce on the candidates whose names appear on the program.
I hereby confer the degree.
Besana Asomelesa. Ngobo Nonianiso. Ngobo Sipiwe. Njuse Lufefe. Nondonga Sisipo. Madam Chancellor, I have the honor to request you that you confer the degree of Bachelor of Commerce in Business Management on the candidates whose names appear on the program.
I hereby confer the degree.
Josana Kwesi. Madiaka Atandile. Sabahle Tombi Songe Kise. Mpofana Asemahle. Ndabakaise Sanele. Dwalane Asisipo Shamen. Kaini Ayanda. Umisa Iwibe. Madam Chancellor, I have the honor to request you that you confer the degree of Bachelor of Commerce in Economics on the candidates whose names appear on the program.
I hereby confer the degree.
Tlalati Buko. Makua Mpo Prince. Ngudu Tebo. Mlonyeni Bulumko. Shesi Anelisive.
Madam Chancellor, I have the honor to request that you confer the degree of Bachelor of Administration on the candidates whose names appear on the program.
I hereby confer the degree.
Makinana sinokuhle. Qhina re a re batswe.
Madam Chancellor, I have the honor to request that you confer the degree of Bachelor of Arts on the candidates whose names appear on the program.
I hereby confer the degree.
Bonga Nasipi, Jasi Olwetu, Jonase Asavela, Kala Nelisa, Kwachi Kakamba, Jam Jam Siposetu, Manqatha Amahle, Mbaswana Baxolele, Mpongwana Sinesihle, Mchakazana Ntsika, Damase Ayanda, Ndayini Olwetu, Ndlela Nandipha, Nduku Sisipho, Ngwangi Lusanda, Nkomo Nosiphiwo, Nkwenkwe Sinalo, Notata Kaqamba, Phoswa Khangelani Nanda, Khali Ribabaletswe, Kwase Indiphile Simamkele, Rajwili Tsepo, Ramokatali Ntatua Precious, Shakwane Juliet Silindile, Sibia Matapelo, Sikenye Vumile, Sikuta Zianda, Tambeka Nonchanchambo, Change Nelisa, Madam Chancellor, I have the honor to request that you confer the degree of Bachelor of Social Science on the candidates whose names appear on the program.
I hereby confer the degree.
Dobe Nokolo, Kaba Lindoguhle, Mutatsi September Dennis, Sitinile Nande, Madam Chancellor, I have the honor to request that you confer the degree of Bachelor of Psychology on the candidates whose names appear on the program.
I hereby confer the degree.
Kongo Inga, Mushanyana Jabulile Lirato, Msani Samgelisiwe, Galeka Linati, Nota Lucanyo, Mklanti Onwaba, Zulu Ntando Yankosi Nebo, Madam Chancellor, I have the honor to request that you confer the degree of Bachelor of Social Work on the candidates whose names appear on the program.
I hereby confer the degree.
Mkhwebi Tabiso Happy,
Madam Chancellor, I have the honor to request that you confer the degree of Bachelor of Education Honors in Inclusive Education on the candidates whose names appear on the program.
I hereby confer the degree.
Koka Andiswa Hazel. Lukeke Nikiwe. Mtumni Simosihle. Ngele Azola. Noyana Nonzwakazi Sylvia. Blackie Precious. Charlie Amanda. Madam Chancellor, I have the honor to request that you confer the degree of Bachelor of Education Honors on the candidates whose names appear on the program.
I hereby confer the degree.
Tele Vuisile Lawrence. Ligitela Zovuyo Happiness. Matikizela Sinovuyo Teboho. Matokazi Olwetu. Machekekana Sinethemba. Mehlo Naledi. Mlanjana Mpumzi Christian. Neno Asipo. Ngangai Aphelele. Nikani Prudence Pumla. Nokobo Hloniphile Arthur. Nontwana Oyama. Hoshe Yandile. Sangu Vuiseka Sylvia. Sikuka Sinazo Gladys. Skonja Bongile.
Madam Chancellor, I have the honor to request that you confer the degree of Bachelor of Administration Honors on the candidates whose names appear on the program.
I hereby confer the degree.
Hlabisa Nandipha, Libala Babalwa Sheila, Mathinjwa Mihlali, Nongqika Nolbabalo Flora, Nsondwa Nomakula, Samka Sandiswa,
Madam Chancellor, I have the honor to request that you confer the degree of Bachelor of Arts honors on the candidates whose names appear on the program.
I hereby confer the degree.
Mabena Nongeba, Mtinyane Mosuli Yandisa, Madam Chancellor, I have the honor to request that you confer the degree of Bachelor of Social Science honors on the candidates whose names appear on the program.
I hereby confer the degree.
Baqwa Anati Lona, Kafile Tabisa, Kafu Asipe, Leve Posia Zimasa, Luhabe Kanyisa, Mamve Sanelisiwe, Mapugata Sizipiwe, Machabane Alipeli, Mbochi Liko, Mdoda Sizipiwe, Mfegeto Sinesipho, Mqwaba Esona, Moloi Ntabiseng Maria, Mphatheni Zubenati, Msezeli Sivuyile Khanya, Mkhwahla Thuliswa, Ngwenya Gromiko, Inkonzo yamkela. Nofonta Nebakasi. Nombila Bongeka. Sitaza Belina. Sigrau Kamva Nyaniso. Tintelo Onethemba Sentia. Chayingwe Sanelisiwe. Tsotetsi Isaac Tabiso.
Madam Chancellor, I have the honor to request that you confer the degree of Master of Education on the candidates whose names appear on the program.
I hereby confer the degree.
Khaki Ntomboqolo Geli, dissertation title, Examining Impact of Absenteeism. Sorry about that one. And dissertation title, Entrepreneurship Education to Stimulate Postgraduate Students in One University in the Eastern Cape Province. The supervisor is Professor T. Nanywa. Tiki Simzwile, a dissertation title, Teaching Approaches on Grade 9 Learners' Performance in Geography at Selected Schools in OR Tambo Coastal District. The supervisor is Dr. B. Tatira. Kwiliza Mluleki John, dissertation title, Enhancing Instructional Leadership, the case of secondary schools in OR Tambo Inland in the Eastern Cape Province in South Africa. The supervisor is Professor N. Diko. Jili Ayan, the use of information and communication technologies in mathematics teaching in grade 9, a case of selected secondary schools in Alfred Nzo East District. The supervisor is Dr. Zat Seleke. Lamla Lutando, the dissertation title, Exploring Teachers' Perceptions in Addressing English Written Language Difficulties, a case study of Chris Hani West Primary Schools. The supervisor, it's Dr. N. Goli. The co-supervisor, it's Professor N. Marongwe. Makalima Bulelwa Nompiliso, The dissertation title, Experiences of Grade 3 Mathematics Teachers in Teaching of Measurement of Time, a case study of OR Tambo Coastal District Schools. The supervisor is Dr. N. Koli. The course supervisor is Dr. T. Makoka. Mayeza Simbongiseni Siabulela. The dissertation title, Preparation of Pre-Service Mechanical Technology Teachers, a case of one university in the Eastern Cape Province in South Africa. The supervisor is Professor Diko. Ndwana Malikole John, dissertation title, Effects of Distributed Leadership on Academic Performance in Selected Secondary Schools in Chris Hani West District. The supervisor is Dr. O. Madalambana. Mtiki Tiki Asanda, dissertation title, Examining the Effectiveness of National School Nutrition Program in Improving Learner Performance in one high school in Amatole East Education District in South Africa. The supervisor is Dr. N. Mbahla. Mzomba Lwandile, dissertation title, The State of Digital Technology Integration in Engineering, Graphics and Design Instructional Process at one South African university. The supervisor is Dr. O. Moila. The course supervisor is Ms. C. Skosana. Ngam Lwandile, dissertation title, Educators' Perceptions of Teaching isiXhosa First Additional Language in Former Model C Schools, a case study of Harry Gwala District in Kokstad, KwaZulu-Natal. The supervisor is Dr. M. Matabela. The course supervisor is Dr. L. Nomlala. Ngunguza Avela, dissertation title, Assessing the Implications of Phasing Out the Accounting Subject in Selected Schools, a case of Eastern Cape Province in South Africa. The supervisor is Dr. Zet Seleke. Ngwagwa Feziwe, dissertation title, Exploring the Use of Information Communication Technology in Rural Schools in Chris Hani District Municipality. The supervisor, Dr. G. Chisango, and the course supervisor is Dr. S. Matope. Kashani Sipelele, dissertation title, Impact of Information Communication Technology on the Teaching and Learning of Physical Sciences in selected high schools in the OR Tambo Inland District. The supervisors, Dr. S. Boateng, the course supervisor, Dr. O. Odularo. Jebileyo Kiva Tembisa Hilda, dissertation title, An Investigation into the High Unemployment Rate of Temporal Educators in Selected Secondary Schools in Chris Hani West Education District, Eastern Cape, South Africa. The supervisor is Dr. O. Madalambana. Yokwana Zandisile Success, dissertation title, The Role of Educational Psychologists in Overcoming Learning Limitations in Inclusive Schools of OR Tambo Coastal District. Supervisors, Prof. N. Diko and Dr. A. M. Buka.
Madam Chancellor, I have the honor to request you that you confer the degree of Master of Public Administration on the candidates whose names appear on the program.
I hereby confer the degree.
Mlambo Kanya, dissertation, a critical inquiry into the role of fostering and prioritizing participatory governance in disaster management, a case study of pain location at King Sabata Dalingebo local municipality. The supervisor is Professor S. Balkaran.
Madam Chancellor, I have the honor to request that you confer the degree of Master of Commerce on the candidates whose names appear on the program.
I hereby confer the degree.
Jokweni Poland, dissertation, exploring prospects of entrepreneurial incubation programs in alleviating youth unemployment in Eastern Cape. Supervisor, Dr. I. Bukanma, co-supervisor, Ms. L. Blombot. Kasibe Siam Tanda, dissertation, multi-dimensional analysis of consumer experience and satisfaction drivers in South African automobile industry. Supervisor, Dr. A. Mapanga, co-supervisor, Dr. M. Mabungela. Klaba Unati, dissertation, the relationship between remittance and economic growth in selected sub-Saharan African countries. Supervisor, Professor R. Garitsurai, co-supervisor, Professor K. Sibanda. Tanda Pakama, dissertation, Institutional Quality and Foreign Direct Investment evidence from the selected sub-Saharan African countries. Supervisor, Professor K. Sibanda, Co-Supervisor, Professor R. Garitsarai. Ngomthi Sandile, cum laude. Dissertation, ascertaining the prospects of drone marketing in enhancing marketability of agricultural food products in Eastern Cape. Supervisor, Dr. I. Bukanma. Ngoleka Sinaso. Dissertation, the determinants of economic complexity in South Africa. Supervisor, Professor T. Nanwa. Co-Supervisor, Dr. Isad Pongwana. Tasvivinga David. Dissertation, the asymmetric effects of income inequality and economic growth on environmental degradation in South Africa. Supervisor, Professor K. Sibanda. Co-Supervisor, Professor R. Garitsarai. Tukwayo Yonela Grace. Dissertation, influence of brand equity on choice of university, a study of first year students. Supervisor, Dr. I. Bukanma.
Madam Chancellor, I have the honor to request that you confer the degree of Master of Arts on the candidates whose names appear on the program.
I hereby confer the degree.
Chingi Pumeza Veronica. Dissertation, challenges experienced by adolescents with absent fathers at Lady Grey Township, Eastern Cape. Supervisor, Prof. S.K. Mfusi. Jadezweni Nontutuzelo Caroline. Dissertation, moral behavior in public schools and the role of the community at Tuchwa, Eastern Cape. Supervisor, Professor S.K. Mfusi.
It's not communities, it's commuters, like the passengers, commuters.
Giorgio Ngumisa. Dissertation, psychological correlates of minibus taxi drivers and commuters in Mthatha KSD local municipality. Supervisor, Professor S.K. Mfusi. Mafunda Sibahle Laura. Dissertation, Coping Mechanisms for Grief within the Chris Hani location of Mthatha. Supervisor, Professor S.K. Mfosi. Mpikashe Ntombi Zemvelo, cum laude. Dissertation, Assessing the Efficacy of Psychological Services rendered by Tertiary Students Guidance Centers. Supervisor, Professor S.K. Mfosi. Vukani Siavuya, cum laude. Dissertation, Utilization of Social Media Platforms in Crime Prevention and Control in South Africa, a case study in Mthatha, Eastern Cape. Supervisor, Professor E.E. Obioha. Madam Chancellor, I have the honor to request that you confer the degree of Master of Social Work on the candidates whose names appear on the program.
I hereby confer the degree.
Fono Ziandeswa, dissertation, A Social Work Perspective on Strategies for Deconstructing Gender Roles Impacting Food Production at Kwalindile and Gwadosi, Eastern Cape, in the OR Tambo District Municipality. Supervisors, Mr. L. Kasa, H. Kabiti, Apartment District Municipality, South Africa. Supervisor, Professor S.M. Kangede. Selana Esetu. Dissertation, Challenges experienced by school social workers in implementing psychosocial services in selected schools in the OR Tambo District Municipality, Eastern Cape. Supervisors, Professor S.M. Kangete and Mr. A. Boboy. Majibi Babalwa, dissertation, Perceptions of Traditional and Religious Leaders on the degree of Master of Laws on the candidates whose names appear on the program.
I hereby confer the degree.
Mbanjwa Tamsanga,
Mzamo Jeffrey. Mzamo Jeffrey. The thesis title, Role of the Stakeholders in the Readjustment of Circumcised Initiates into Formal Schools in the Eastern Cape Province of South Africa. The supervisor is Dr. M. Buka. The co-supervisor is Dr. M. Ziduli. May I now request the supervisor to come and read the citation. Uzabheka phambi kwakhe. Uzambetha apha entloko athi doctor.
Citation. The study investigated the views of principals, learners, and community-based stakeholders in the readjustment of learners from initial schools within the OR Tambo Coastal Education District of the Eastern Cape Province, South Africa. The study was based on Cornell's theory of masculinity underpinned by the comfort theory. The literature shows the schools often complain about the misbehavior shown by learners from initial schools. This study is anchored on explanatory design within the interpretive constructivism paradigm. The target participants were principals, learners, headmen, and SGB members. The main instrument employed for the study were interviews and questionnaires. The questionnaires data were analyzed using the statistics package for the social sciences. The findings from the study indicated several issues: the non-existence of model guiding stakeholders to assist in the readjustment of learners to formal schools, a lack of discipline, learner dropouts, and bullying. The finding also suggests that the inclusions of parents before and after initiation and establishment of good relations between the schools and its community is key to management disciplinary by learners after initiation. In addition, various forms of initiation to be approved to curb discrimination. Community members to visit schools in order to discuss initiation-related issues, initial schools, to orientate amakwala before returning to formal schools. Grounded on these findings, the study recommended that there should be a model to guide stakeholders accommodating amakwala after initiation. Medical support should be part of the framework to help in the readjustment into formal schools processes. Principals should form forums to assist teachers handle amakwala. Headmen should also hold meetings in schools to parents and learners to readjust. Officials from the Department of Arts and Culture should also hold seminars to discuss strategies to cater for learners from the initial schools. The study further recommends that the Department of Basic Education formulate plans to curb misbehavior by amakwala. In addition, it is recommended that stakeholders design an intervention strategy to assist black children. As the Constitution of the Republic of South Africa, every child has a right to education. This study has generated 2 articles which have been accepted by the general public. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Buka. Congratulations, Dukwana. Supervisor is Dr. M. Ziduli. May I now request Dr. Buka to read the citation. Dr. Buka to read the citation.
Citation. This research study shows the religious education was not part of the school curriculum. Shows the religious education was not part of the school curriculum, and that religious and cultural values were not well expressed by both learners and teachers, and bullying and violence in South African schools were prevalent. This study, therefore, recommends that religious education should be infused in the school curriculum as a subject. In addition, the teaching of RE as a multi-religious approach should embrace knowledge
and values from all religions. Furthermore, religious and cultural activities that inculcate various values from different religions could be introduced in schools, and intense implementation of religious policies is needed to curb bullying and violence in schools. And the study has generated at least 2 articles. Thank you.
Congratulations, Gatlisa Simbongile. Mkile Lindiwe. Thesis title, Improving Competencies of School Governing Bodies on Management of Finances in OR Tambo Education District in the Eastern Cape Province. The supervisor is Dr. M. Buka. The co-supervisor is Dr. M. Ziduli. May I now request Dr. Buka to read the citation.
Citation. This qualitative study investigated strategies to enhance the competencies of school governing bodies in the management of school finances within the OR Tambo Education District of the Eastern Cape, South Africa. The study was underpinned by accountability and role theories, emphasizing that one of the primary responsibilities of the SGBs is to oversee the financial management of the school. Unfortunately, there have been claims regarding corruption, fraud, and mismanagement of finances in South African schools. This thesis operated on the premise that financial management expertise among SGBs would secure adequate funding to purchase learning and teaching support materials, ultimately contributing to high-quality education. The study utilizes a qualitative case studies design framed with an interpretive, constructive paradigm, relying on face-to-face interviews. The target participants included members of the school finance committees, principals, treasurers, SGB chairpersons, SGB teachers, teacher representatives, and the finance officials from selected schools. The collected data were analyzed thematically. Key findings from the study revealed several issues. The process of soliciting quotations and selecting service providers often appear to be a mere formality, adhering to the government policy rather than being a genuine evaluation. There was insufficient monitoring and supervision of school resources by SGB. Financial reports were primarily prepared by finance officers without SGB involvement, and conflicts arose among SGB members during this discussion concerning school finances. Based on these findings, the study recommended that the Department of Basic Education should conduct regular workshops to enhance the financial management skills of SGB members. Additionally, a model was proposed to address the challenges faced by SGB in management of school finances. The study has generated 2 articles which has been accepted.
Congratulations, Kile Lindiwe. Kontwana Mbandlenkosi Nathaniel. Thesis title, Critical Analysis of Educators' Perceptions of Quality Management System Implementation in the Selected Secondary Schools in the Krisani Education District. The supervisor is Dr. O. Madalambane. The co-supervisor is Prof. P.T. Mbiti. May I now request the supervisor to come read the citation.
The study aimed to develop a contextualized and comprehensive framework for the effective implementation of quality management systems in public schools, particularly within under-resourced and rural settings. It sought to answer the following research questions. What are the key dimensions influencing appropriate QMS implementation in schools? How can QMS practices be aligned with developmental and supportive educational goals? In what ways can QMS be adapted to promote equity, collaboration, and continuous professional growth? Using a qualitative exploratory research design, data were collected through semi-structured interviews involving educators and school management teams. Thematic analysis was used to identify emerging themes. The findings indicated that the current implementation of QMS is often viewed as punitive, excessively bureaucratic, and misaligned with developmental goals. This study identified 6 key dimensions that, if prioritized, could significantly improve the appropriateness and relevancy of the QMS. The study recommended a 6-dimensional framework that provides a strategic model for policymakers and educational leaders to reform quality management system practices. This framework is designed to support teacher development, promote equity in various contexts, and enhance the quality of instruction. It advocates for the reconceptualization of QMS as a developmental tool, shifting away from a punitive and compliance-driven approach to a model that is supportive and growth-oriented. To ensure that quality management systems practices are integrated within curriculum delivery goals, learner outcomes, and teacher development objectives. Additionally, it emphasizes the importance of continuous professional development for educators over fault finding or rigid evaluation. Scholarly contribution. This study contributes significantly to the discourse on teacher appraisal, quality assurance, and educational improvement in developing context. By promoting equity and contextual relevance, it addresses structural disparities and empowers local actors in shaping meaningful education reform. Publications. 1 article and a book chapter were generated from this thesis. The only pending submission is on the Eastern Cape Department of Education, as the panelists, upon issuing their the letter of permission, requested the inclusion of Chris and East Chegit to be inconveniently sampled, then recommendations thereof.
Congratulations, Mkontwana Mandlenkosi Nathaniel. Nomchongwana Tandukolo Albert. The thesis title.
The study explores the strategies employed by the primary school's principals to manage teacher stress in the Chris Hani East District of South Africa. Guided by a pragmatic paradigm, the research adopted a mixed method approach. The main instruments explored questionnaires and face-to-face interviews with the principals. The quantitative data were collected from a random sample of 60 respondents, while qualitative data were obtained from 30 purposely selected participants. Quantitative data were descriptively analyzed using the SPSS, while qualitative data were analyzed through thematical analysis. The findings indicated that principals tend to view teachers through varying lenses, influenced by the factors such as academic qualification experience, age, gender, religious beliefs, and citizenship. Furthermore, the study found that collaborative efforts and effective communication within the schools contributed positively to the reduced teacher stress. The study further developed the Nomchongana model, which was recommended for use by the principals as a strategy approach to address and alleviate teacher stress in educational environments. Hence, it is essential for principals to recognize the intrinsic values of each teacher, regardless of their academic background, expertise, gender, age, religious beliefs, or nationality. This inclusive approach can foster a culture of appreciation among teachers and create a supportive environment for students, ultimately contributing to reduce stress and promoting equity within the schools. The thesis has generated, together with other following research on the thesis, over 50 published articles, 5 published proceedings articles, 6 articles that have been accepted.
Congratulations, Nomchongwana Tandekolo Albert. Jebileyo Dumani Petros. Thesis title, Exploring School Management Teams' Practices to Effectuate the Improvement of Grade 12 Learners' Academic Performance in the Krisani West Education District. The supervisor is Dr. Prof. N. Digo. The co-supervisor is Dr. P. Ngabeni. I will read the citation as requested. The study aimed to explore the practices of school management teams to effectuate improvement in grade 12 learners' academic performance in the Krisani West Education District in South Africa. The research adopted an interpretivism paradigm and explored qualitative observation involving SMT members and circuit managers. Thematic analysis was used to identify recurring themes. Key findings reveal that effective strategic leadership, data decision-making, and community engagement are crucial for enhancing academic outcomes. Schools with robust timetabling and targeted interventions, they saw significant improvement, while those facing resource shortages struggled. The study highlights the need for holistic district-level support and ongoing professional development tailored to school management teams. A comprehensive approach that integrates instructional and transformational leadership is recommended to foster accountability and continuous improvement. The findings contribute to optimizing SMT practices, aiming to address systemic inequities in South African education system, thereby enhancing future educational and employment opportunities for learners. The study has contributed 3 articles that have been submitted to DHEAD accredited journals for publication and has made 1 national presentation. Congratulations, Jebileyo Dumani Petros. Mandla. Mandla. Awethu. Forward to free, decolonized and well-resourced education, forward. Phambili nge-WSU, phambili. No, thank you very much. Let me take this opportunity to greet everyone. My name is Mvelo Abenda, the ISRC President. Chancellor, Vice Chancellor, Prof. Songa, members of the Council, distinguished guests, parents, friends, comrades, and most importantly, the graduating class of 2025. We stand today on a day of triumph, a day of heritage, a day that marks the closing of one chapter and the opening of another. It was Oliver Reginald Tambo who reminded us that the children of a nation are its future, a country, a movement, a person that it does not value its youth and the children does not deserve its future. Today, Walter Sisulu University affirms the value of its youth. Today, we say to the nation, our future is not alive. It is standing boldly in this wall in its graduation gowns. Yet, before we celebrate, we must pause and pay tribute to all those who have lost their lives in the academic year of 2025 who were enrolled and working in this institution. May they continue resting in eternal peace. Comrades and colleagues, this spring graduation is in the same month where our country celebrates Heritage Month. We wear our traditional attire, we sing indigenous songs, and we recite the stories of those who came before us. However, we remain landless, poor, and with no heritage, whilst those who took our land with a barrel of a gun continue enriching themselves. However, here at WSU, our proudest heritage is not just in dancing, attire, or music. It is in producing graduates and professionals that are making a remarkable contribution in society. Graduation at WSU is the highest symbol of resilience. It presents mothers and fathers who sold fruits and vegetables to pay school fees. It represents students who went to bed hungry but woke up determined. It represents sleepless nights, shared notes, crowded libraries, and endless perseverance. But I must be honest with you, our heritage as graduates has now been forced to carry another chapter, the heritage of unemployment. South Africa has one of the highest youth unemployment rates in the world. Too many graduates walk out of this ceremony like this one, only to straight into despair, into endless job application, into rejection emails, into underpaid internship that exploit instead of empowering. But even in the face of these challenges, graduates, I must remind you, you must keep your heads high and held. Be proud, walk tall, for WSU has made who you are and what you are today. This institution has tested your character, sharpened your intellect, and strengthened your resolve. No one can ever take that away from you. Embrace WSU as your foundation, your pillar, and your source of resilience. Wear this identity with dignity, because the world sees a Walter Sisulu University graduate. They must see excellence, they must see courage, they must see determination and Ubuntu. Even as we confront these realities of unemployment rate, we must also recognize progress within our university. To our outgoing Vice Chancellor, Prof. Songa, we extend our deepest appreciations. We have carried this Walter Sisulu University with dignity, ethics, and integrity. Under your leadership, infrastructure has been developed, academic research has been expanded, and the standard of this institution has been uplifted. And there are no enough words, Prof. Songa, to thank you, but history indeed will absorb you. We acknowledge these gains, comrades, because we want those who are going to take charge after you, Mama, to know that we are anticipating and wishing for nothing greater than stability and continuity in making WSU a dignified university. Graduates, let us all be honest about the struggle that remains within our institution. Hunger continues to haunt our campuses.
Too many of our brothers and sisters write exams on an empty stomach. This is not just a financial issue, it is a question of dignity and justice. And to our sisters, the girl child of WSU, we cannot be silent while sanitary towels remain unavailable in restrooms and clinics. No student should ever have to choose between attending a class and managing a natural biological need. As student leaders and graduates, we must fight to answer the question of hunger and to answer the question of sanitary dignity for all. Because true education does not happen only in lecture halls. It happens when students can learn free from shame, free from hunger, and free from indignity. Graduates, today you stand tall in your gowns. Families cheers, cameras flash, your elation fills the air. But let me brutally be honest with you. Tonight, when the noise dies down, reality will start to knock at your doors. The sleepless nights you endured, the headaches, the sacrifice that you made, you could merely frame your certificate and hang it in your living rooms. Now, we are saying you should carry the torch of innovation, courage, and change into society. We do not have luxury of endless celebration. South Africa is bleeding from inequality, corruption, poverty, and joblessness. Our communities are waiting for the doctors, engineers, scientists, accountants, teachers, social workers, and the activists who are seated right here today. We must not only seek jobs, but we must also create them. We mustn't join the industry, but also redefine it. We must not only talk about innovation, but we must also live it. Society depends on us as its backbone, as its living organ, and also as its future. Class of 2025, let this be your oath as you move forward, that you will not betray the sacrifices that brought you here, that you will take your knowledge, your energy, your creativity, and invest them into a society desperate for a solution. Walter Sisulu University is named after Walter Sisulu, whom once said, "It is not my freedom that I'm seeking for, but the freedom of my people." Today, I echo his words by saying, this degree is not just for you, it is for your family, your village, your province, your country, and the generations that are still to come. Once again, congratulations to every graduate present here. We have conquered. You can now go forth and let us truly change the world. I thank you.
The gentleman is taller. Chancellor Gobodo, Vice Chancellor, Council, ladies and gentlemen, and my fellow convocants, ni graduata ngexesha ilizwe lonke liphela lichintsha. Kuminyaka elishumi edlulileyo kufike i-opportunity nesihelegu ngaxeshanye ekuthiwa yi-artificial intelligence. Nifika amazwe ngamazwe esilwa esezimfazweni ezingapheliyo esilwela i-dominance. Apart from these challenges that are global in nature, there is also a national crisis. And this national crisis is a crisis of student debt. And we have made this crisis our business to talk about everywhere we go, because this is a crisis that affects you as graduates, that affects those who are still going to graduate. And so this is a crisis we must talk about, but also it is a crisis we must solve, not only talk about. And part of what we have undertaken as convocation kukuba sizibuze umbuzo ukuba izawulungiswa njani na le ngxubakaxaka yetyala. Kudala ke sizama, akululanga, kunzima, kuba ngexesha oongxowa abazikholelwa zonke into esizikholelwayo thina, into yokuba akekho umntana nomntu oseyunivesithi enemali yobhatala wonke, kuba iifamilies esisuka kuzo azinayo le mali. Ininzi le mali ifunwa kwii-universities. Izawusonjululwa njani ke le ngxaki? Kumaphulo esiwathathayo bazali nakuni staff members and management and council and graduates is to do a couple of programs to raise the national consciousness about the problem, but also to do practical things to demonstrate our own resolve as convocation to be part of the solution. In this context, we are calling on you, we are asking you to contribute to this endeavor. We are running a marathon, we're hosting a marathon on the 5th of October in the next week. And we have asked every single individual to contribute something. This something does not have to be big. It does not have to be small. It could be either big or small or both. From as little as a contribution of 20 rand per person everywhere, we can get closer to addressing this problem. I'm not saying we can solve it, all of it at once. I'm saying we can get closer to it. If all of us, from a staff member to a manager to council to workers to students, the NSFAS money, to all of you, 20 rand. This is what it would take to show that we, WSU, are a community, that we see students as staff members, as our kids, but that also as graduates, we see ourselves as capable of contributing something to this endeavor. We are asking you, at the back in page 50 of your document, you will see there's an account number that we've put there, where you can make this deposit. Could be 20 rand, 50 rand, 100 rand, 200, etc. We're asking you humbly to make this contribution, to be part of the solution, and to help us minimize the crisis. Not long ago, yesterday, a graduate texted me, I am getting a job at Transnet. I owe the university 10,000 rand. I don't have the money to pay for this. Can I get the certificate? I say to her sadly, no, you can't. You have to pay. So this is a graduate who will now miss a job opportunity because of this. It's not her fault that she is poor. Nobody is their fault for being poor. So ndicela sibetheni inkazathe abantwana base-Afrika noko bangalithwali bodwa olu xanduva. Ndawuvala ngamazwi kaDiana Ross athi reach out and touch somebody's hand and make this world a better place if you can.
Madam Chancellor, all protocol observed. I have the honor to do the vote of thanks. And Madam Chancellor, I want to start with you, Dr. Gabordo. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your presence and honoring us with your presence and giving this graduation a dignity it deserves. Thank you. Bishop Makabela, thank you for your inspiration and your words of motivation. I'm sure you spoke to many people's hearts. Professor Songre, the Vice-Chancellor, thank you for sharing your journey travelled with us, for highlighting excellence as something we started pursuing in 2021, but hopefully we will continue to pursue our whole lives. And I hope it has impacted on the graduates here today in terms of their future lives. Because if we don't pursue excellence, what do we pursue? So thank you for that. Thank you for reminding us that hope and commitment and hard work with a vision lead to change, and that we can see the change in the restoration project and in where Walter Sisulu is now. And we have to thank you for that, and thank you for your years of service and dedication to this university. And if I could ask for a special round of applause for the Vice-Chancellor. To the executive deans here today, especially those presenting, Prof. Bantwini, Prof. Nglovo, Prof. Paneka, and Prof. Nguza Mduba, thank you, and thank you to your deputy executive deans for presenting so well. Thank you. I also want to recognize in today's participants, the council here today, the council members, thank you. The executive management here today, the executive deans, deputy executive deans, executive directors, deputy executive directors, senior directors, directors, special advisors in the VC's office, and everyone here. Thank you for your presence and for gracing the procession with your glamour. To all the SRC present today, thank you so much. I want to say a special word of thank you to the ISRC president. Thank you for your words. I wouldn't be able to add anything to them. They were profound, they were motivating, and I hope the graduates take them to heart as they move forward. Thank you, Mr. Abente. Dr. Mantasha from the Convocation, thank you for always reminding us of the hard facts of student debt. And it is one of those things that I hope when my grandchildren graduate in 20 years or so time, that I never have to hear the word student debt, especially at the graduation. There are a lot of people who make a graduation work, but for the people here today, I want to really thank all your graduates, family and friends who are here today to support you, for all those who actually supported you during your walk, to thank them. Furthermore, I need to thank corporate communication and marketing that makes most of this happen. So it's Ms. Tukwayo and her team, and Ms. Tukwayo had this participation as well as the support. You were in the procession, you've made this happen, and you were a graduating student, so congratulations. But thanks to you and your whole team. To the registrar and his team, it's a lot of hard work. So on the stage, you and your deputy registrars, thank you so much, Dr. Ntanzima. But also to get here, there's an examination, graduations do a lot of hard work to get us here, so thank you. The security, the cleaners, everyone for ops and logistics who always keeps this campus looking good, but who has kept it good during, even better for today, I want to thank you, keeping us safe and keeping the place welcoming. To everyone in the university, the graduates here, it wasn't just your academics, it was everyone. So the supervisors for the PhDs today, as well as for the masters, thank you. To all the academics who are sitting in front, thank you very much for your hard work. To the faculty advisors, to DLT, to the postgraduate office, to research office, everyone who is actually part of the journey, You know who you are. Please know you're acknowledged, and the graduates here are the wonderful celebration of sometimes the hard work we put in. Before I thank the actual graduates for their presence, the choir. A celebration without music is not a celebration. Thank you very much. I think the choir deserves a round of applause. So if there's anyone I forgot to thank, please know that this celebration is a thank you to everyone who was involved. My last thanks goes to the graduating students. Thank you for your perseverance. Thank you for not giving up. And thank you for participating today. Congratulations. My apologies, I always forget that I have to make announcements. The VIP and members of the academic procession are invited to refreshments in the executive dining hall. As a congregation, I'm going to ask you to all rise and join in the singing of the national anthem, which is going to be led by the wonderful choir, and to please remain standing while the academic procession has left the Great Hall.
By virtue of the powers vested in me as the Chancellor, I also award the qualifications in absentia to those students not present. I hereby dissolve this congregation of Walter Sisulu University.
Ukuthiba ula imfuyo Nabaphansi bebahlozi